All right, man.
Yeah, so what do you think about that? Isn't that crazy? 3 dump trailer loads of material. I'm talking, some of them piles were huge. And just a few minutes later, you get, what, 2 to 3 wheelbarrow loads of chips. That's all that's left right there. That's the thing that I love about a chipper. Take a mess, turn it into something useful, or just put it all down to a small pile. Plus, I'm not the world's biggest fan on burning. We've got so much pine trees and pine straw and stuff around here. I don't like burning big trash piles. And if you cut all that I showed you today and just pushed it somewhere, it would be a mountain. Now, it's a little extra work to chip, but you get it down here.
That's great.
Yeah. Now, the only aggravating thing is whenever you're chipping these small limbs like that, a lot of them have splits and Y's and V's. It doesn't really want to feed into a chipper throat very well, so you have to keep your chainsaw out here and work that stuff down. Actually, the bigger limbs and bigger material is much easier to chip than all the small stuff, just because everything's so brushy. And this chipper right here actually has a very large throat compared to a lot of them that are on the market, especially little 3 and 4 inch chippers. Yeah. And it's got a roller to pull it in for you. I couldn't imagine trying to chip in one that you have to forcefully feed that's up in the air. You'd have to break the stuff down a lot further than we did today.
Yeah, that was impressive. That is impressive.
Yeah.
And I think there were 2 lessons I had today. One was aim it down.
Yep, that way the drive roller will pinch it and pull it.
I had a couple of them that I was going up and they weren't catching. The other one is, that thing needs a pool noodle on it. I almost got it, but I didn't. But yeah. I think that, you know, it's part of staying the heck out of the chipper.
Don't be in a chipper, man.
But yeah, so you said mulch, you said compost. What's your primary plan for the chippers, for the chips?
Well, I'll build a big enough mound here. I've done 2 things in the past. I'll let it break down into compost because it's got so much brown and green matter in there, all your nitrogen and everything else mixed in. It breaks down well, but you got to watch it does grow a lot of mushrooms in it because of all the brown matter that's in there. But I've made compost out of it. Otherwise, if we build a big enough pile and before it breaks down, we use it for mulch in the garden, around the garden bed and everything else. Just like you'd go buy a mulch from the hardware store.
Keep the moisture in, keep the weeds down.
Yep.
Nice. That was impressive, man, and fun too. I mean, you said you're gonna put me to work. We went to work.
That's right.
And got to use the steel pull saw, which was a really nice one. You said that's like a homeowner grade.
Yeah, that's not even the pro model, but I've had such good luck with it.
One crank pole and has good reach. I think I mentioned I had the Combi, and I'm not sure it's got the same length.
I don't think they do.
I think actually it might have an extension for it, but and it gets unwieldy, and so that was good. And the primary there was to get room for your cabbed tractor to get underneath.
That's exactly right, but I still got a lot of work ahead of me. And if you look out across this field, I've got that whole tree line to do too. I literally could do this for the next few months and build a mountain of compost right here and mulch and barely put a dent in this place.
And then do it again in about 6 months, right?
That's exactly right. We're just trying to fight back everything that's trying to overgrow us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, beautiful place.
Thank you.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed to see that the Solis turned this thing no problem. Little slow down on getting it going, but that's to be expected.
That's absolutely to be expected. 200-pound flywheel here, and we're running a tractor on this thing that it's not even technically designed for.
Yeah.
But once you get it up to speed and going, nothing we put in there today tried to stop it.
Yeah. So very good. Well, I think we're going to do another video where we just kind of talk more about your channel, what you guys have accomplished here on the property, a little bit more about how I found out about Andrew and his channel 3-4 years ago. But I think we'll wrap this one up, and appreciate y'all hanging out, and we'll see you next time.
All right, y'all take care.